All right, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are doing fine and you're doing okay. So it's a beautiful Sunday evening, 31st of August 2025. And today's the last day, marks the last day actually of August. But our trading activities, we were done by, was it on 28th? Yeah, 28th, we were done by it. And now our focus shifts to this coming month, which is going to be in September. I believe September is going to be the last month of Q3. Then we're going to get into Q4 in October, November, and also December. Something quite interesting that is there. Also in the second half of the year. Okay. And we are doing good. We are doing good, and we appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So we are close to 34. This is a good number. Shows that we are growing and you're doing fine. So welcome all. Thank you for being here. So we will dive into two things. The first thing that we're going to do is the fundamental analysis, checking what we have, the news and economic events that we're going to be having this week. Then we're going to dive into the charts. Charts hapo unajuanga, it's very much important because hapo ndo kuna pesa. That's where we have money. So as always, please, if you have any questions, let's not have chorus questions. Let's have some rules. If you have any question, please go to the comment section on the chat box. Have your question. I'll have a 10-minute session from there. So we can begin because we don't have time. We actually 1 hour late. Okay, so let's begin. So this week from Monday to Friday, tomorrow is Monday, 1st of September, all the way to Friday, 5th of September. We're going to be having good fundamentals this week. And something that is actually very key is that we're going to be having NFP on Friday, which is actually good. And as you remember, last week, our last NFP, the data came out very negative for the dollar. We were able to catch some good pips on gold, GU, EU, okay? All those pairs, actually the dollar dumped massively, okay? And the entire month it has been actually trying to resurface, to pull back, but it still keeps on dumping. So, and we are having a rate cut very soon, actually this September, I believe so. And it's going to be within 2 weeks, okay? So I've done a couple of rate cuts before. I will even show you how we usually do it and how we usually make money from it, because actually this is something that is actually so obvious. This is money on the table. Okay, so I'll show you how we usually do it, and you're going to be able to catch some good pips also. Not today, as we approach the rate cuts session 2 weeks from now. I tend to believe so. So Monday, it's going to be a calm day. We're going to be having CAD and also USD bank holiday. I believe tomorrow is going to be, is it Labor Day? US 1st September holiday. I tend to believe so. US Labor Day, yes, it's going to be Labor Day for them. Just like what we usually have also here in Kenya, Labor Day. So tomorrow is going to be Labor Day for them. And as you always know, whenever the dollar, we are having a bank holiday for the dollar, specifically the dollar, it means that we're going to be having low volume for the dollar-related pairs. So it's going to be a very slow day. But we know gold doesn't care. Right? Also, stocks don't care. Okay, there's some pairs that actually don't care. JPY pairs don't care for that. So we're going to trade whatever is going to be tradable, actually. So that's on Monday. Tuesday, ISM, manufacturing PMI, that's USD. So we're going to be having at least a red folder news on Tuesday, Wednesday, just job opening. All right. And also AUD news. Actually, I'm usually interested in the USD news. Then also on Thursday, we're going to be having ADP and farm employment change, unemployment claims, and also ISM services PMI. That's going to be on Thursday from 3:15 to 5 p.m. So this is going to be a good day for the fundamentalist. And also Friday, the big day, we're going to be having the NFP. So with the NFP, we're going to be having average hourly earnings monthly on monthly. It's expected to be at 0.3%. Then the NFP is supposed to grow from 73K to 74K, a slight improvement. So we're expecting the labor actually to do not quite well, but a significant improvement. Then the unemployment rate is supposed to increase from 4.2% to 4.3%. So this NFP is not going to be that clean. Probably we might have whipsaws, okay? Because if you're going to be having good employment rates in the month of last month, and also unemployment rate to increase. So you see, we're going to be having a tussle there. All right, then the average hourly earnings is supposed to maintain. So as we approach NFP, we're going to see what we're going to do, but we're going to check technical, how the dollar is going to be or where it's going to be, and also fundamentally, we're going to check as we approach the big day, which is going to be on Friday. All right, so that's the fundamentals for this week. So I'll be expecting a very slow Monday. Tuesday, the momentum is going to pick up in the market. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is going to be the best days actually to trade. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, they're going to be the good days to trade. What else can I say about the fundamentals? Yeah, so NFP, please make sure you apply proper risk management for those who have never traded NFP or fundamentals like this, such as CPI and also FOMC. Please make sure you use proper risk management. All right, and as always, just trade after the news if you're not sure. I usually tell people, if you're not sure about the trade, don't take it. Trade after you are sure of the trade. And being sure of the trade is simple. You have some confluences, okay? If it has met your criteria and your confluences, take that trade. Whatever the outcome, totally okay, okay? Because you're using a stop loss. So let's come to DXY on the monthly time frame. Remember, we have closed the month, and it's very, very important we see what we're having on the monthly. I'll do a monthly time frame, top-down analysis actually, monthly, weekly, daily. H4, we can come to H1, if possible, if time allows. Then I'm having my good traders who are here also. I am having Triple SMC. Also, it's going to talk about gold and EU. We have Edwin. You can talk about NASDAQ. Who else? Dean and Derek, I'm waiting for you guys, Mujue muko kwa waiting bay. All right. Then I saw Sam. Is Sam in? I tend to believe so. Yes, he's in also. All right. Thank you. All right. So please, if I mentioned you, please start preparing. Okay, for at least 5 minutes. So I'll be fast. So very good price action that we're seeing on the dollar index. The dollar index is a gauge. We usually use the dollar index to gauge the strength and the weakness of the dollar. We don't trade the dollar index. What we usually do, we usually use it for correlations. Okay, if the dollar, we expect it to pump, or definitely the dollar-based currencies, we're expecting them also to pump. So we don't trade the dollar index, and any trader who doesn't actually analyze the dollar is not actually a good trader. You have to have DXY on your chart list or on your watch list so that you can be able to monitor what is the dollar doing. So it's very, very important. I usually have it just before I trade. I have to check on the dollar, what it's doing. So as I said, the entire month or the entire year, the dollar has been dumping since actually Trump got in December. This is January actually. The last candle that was actually bullish was a December candle. Then we had last month's candle, which was on July. It was a bullish engulfing. I even thought that probably we might be buying now the dollar, because the entire 6 months, the half of the year, the dollar has been dumping. Then I was expecting just probably the entire second half, we have the dollar pumping, but that's not actually not true. So what or how the market has actually closed there? Yes, I understand we have a bullish engulfing, but this month's candle, which is August, took out the July high, okay, and closed below. So for the traders, ICT traders, you guys know that this is a beautiful CRT kind of a formation. We're expecting this low to be taken out so that we can complete this CRT formation. That's one. Two, also, next month's candle, I'm expecting definitely we take out this low, and also we might also come and take out July's low. So that's on the monthly time frame analysis. I'm expecting these two lows to be taken out for the month of September. Okay, that's on the monthly. So when you come to the weekly time frame, we can clearly see that we have been having a lot of rejections. The market is trying to push. We are seeing what we call signs of weakness. Okay, around this particular area, you can see on the weekly time frame, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles having actually wicks on the upside, showing you that the market, actually the buyers are trying to push the market, but the sellers are dominating. So expect any minute the dollar to dump. So this is something that we are seeing here, okay, especially this candle actually that was on the last week of July. Very big candle with a very big wick from the upside, but it was a bullish candle. Then from there, we can see that no candle actually closed above this area. So we're expecting this market actually to dump. Okay. And this is previous month's low. We're also expecting this low also to be taken out also altogether. So this is what we usually call drawn liquidities also. They have to be taken out quite well. So I'm expecting the market to keep on dumping for the dollar on the weekly time frame. So I'm expecting a pump to the upside also. Just to mitigate, because I'm so sure we're having a lot of imbalance on this price or on this rejection. So definitely a pump to the upside, just a little bit, then we have a dump. All right, so that's what I'll be expecting. Then when we come to the daily time frame, quite important. This was analysis that I actually did. I guess, was it on Friday? I tend to believe it was on Friday. The market took out previous day low, which was a Thursday's low. Then probably we might head to the Thursday's high before now we start dumping. So this is a CRT, actually kind of a formation also altogether. So on the daily time frame, also the same thing. Expecting these lows actually to be taken out. Probably not all of them, but we might have these two lows. The first one, which is here, this low to be taken out, but expect the dollar actually to pump just a little bit, okay, to get into a selling area, especially this particular area is actually here. Then we might have this dump altogether, okay? So the dump can actually happen probably during NFP or probably during this news that we're going to be having, okay? Either on Thursday or also on Friday, but I'm expecting a weak dollar this week. So if I'm expecting a weak dollar, let me come to the H4. We finish up with the dollar. Also, I've been doing daily analysis with the team, and we have been seeing a price actually respecting supply zones. Okay, there was this supply zone, it was respected. I had this supply zone, the market never came back. We saw the market actually respecting this price zone. So for those who were in the meeting on Friday, especially for the VIP members, this was a actually, it was not even the VIP. I actually posted this setup in the community for everyone. So I was expecting this supply zone actually to hold prices, and I texted monitoring the supply zone for more sales. You can see how the market came back to this particular area with two rejections from above. The market decided to dump, and this was during New York session on Friday. But at this particular time, I was already done with my trading. But this was a good setup that we had. So what are we remaining with for this week? So it's very simple. Probably, just probably, this is a break of structure, clean one. Okay. We usually check the last area of imbalance or the last area that actually caused the break of structure. It's as simple as that. So which is going to be this particular area. So my eyes are going to be on this particular area. As I told you guys, I am a supply and demand trader, but using SMC and ICT concepts. Okay, I usually command them. It's actually very important. So please, if your mic is unmuted, please mute it. Okay, this session is actually recorded. Let's have some order, guys. I know we are smart people, we are educated people. So something very small. Unless you want to interrupt the session, I will give you the chance to interrupt elsewhere, but not here. All right, so this was a good setup that we had on Friday. It's actually performed quite better, but with how things are going to be this week, this is also a supply zone that actually I'm also having some eyes on, where probably the market can come. So this lower supply zone has already been tapped into. If we're going to have these supply zone hold prices, because I'm expecting the market actually to pump, you guys know, the market has to create a high before it creates a low. So we have to create a high, okay, before we create what? A low, especially if the market is actually dumping. So this is a good analysis that I'll be having for this week: a pump, then a dump. So this pump, this is what we call a pullback, and this pullback move is actually what is going to give us entries on EUG and also on gold. Gold has been pumping, has been buying massively, big time. If you're not in the buys, and you're waiting for a pullback, probably if the market is going to give you a pullback, that's better. If not, it's going to be unfortunate, because our 3450 zone, which was our actually weekly target, it was hit. But we're expecting this year gold actually to go all the way to 4,000. Okay, so that's our expectation for this year, especially for Q4. Gold has to go all the way to 4,000 mark. Keep on telling you this. You guys think it's going to be a joke, but just wait. All right. So many times I've seen this kind of a setup. So many times where the market comes and takes out these highs. Okay, this is going to be Friday's high, and probably this is Friday's high. Yes, previous day high, and probably so many times I've seen this. So this is more of experience in the market, where the market comes back also, because I believe this supply zone has not been hit quite well. Takes out this previous day high. Yeah, that's Friday's high. Taps into the supply zone quite well, and then we can have that probably the continuation move. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. It's very important we have that also together in our mind. So let's come to EURUSD. We don't spend a lot of time on the dollar index, so it's so simple: a pump, then a dump. But we have to do a EURUSD monthly time frame, the same thing, but on the opposite side. So we had August. We had August candle closing below, okay, swept the low of July, then pumped higher. So definitely what you're expecting is very simple: the market to come all the way to this high, so that you can be able to do what? To continue with the trend. We're going high on EURUSD and also on GBPUSD. I've actually been bullish, strongly bullish on GU. Okay, and I've been trading GU quite a while. So this is what we're expecting this high to be taken out on the monthly. When you come to the weekly time frame, quite good. We are also seeing big rejections from this particular area. The sellers have been trying to push the market lower, but actually the buyers have been taking over. They are in charge of this market. So as you can see how this price has been here around this particular area. This is what we usually call rejections, or the wicks. Very important in price action. This shows that buyers are in control, and we expect anytime the market to push higher, and we continue going where? To the top. So it's as simple as that. Okay, so no further or no much analysis we can do. No imbalance has been left out. When we took out this, especially this candle, this candle was what we usually call a liquidity candle, or a liquidity consumption candle. Whenever then you see just one candle coming all the way down, taking out around 4, 5, 6 candlesticks, especially on the weekly, then closing bullish. So this is to take out late buyers on this particular pair. This market is going to move so swiftly to our expected external range liquidity, and also these particular highs that are here. Okay, this is also buy side liquidity, and we are going all the way high to this particular area. So that's something you guys need to know. So on EURUSD, we are bullish. Okay, on the weekly still. Then on the daily time frame, same thing, same case scenario. Okay, this market has been actually also bullish. It has been respecting bullish PDRAs, the daily FVGs. Okay, you can see the current fair value gap on the daily. You can see how the market has been respecting it. Previous week low was taken out, and then from here, actually, you guys, there's something that is actually very interesting. Before the market actually continues with the bullish trend, you need to know actually which days actually offers continuation moves. Tuesday and Wednesday we usually know that those are the 2 days where we usually have probably pullbacks. Then from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, that's when we usually have the continuation moves. So you can see this candle on Wednesday, it came all the way, took out the previous week low, okay, and then closed very bullish. We can see Thursday was also bullish. Then Friday, yes, bullish, but more of like a spinning top. And someone can also argue that this is also a CRT move. The high was taken out. Probably we might also go down. That's actually quite true. Okay, someone can argue that way. We have to take out this low first before now we push. That's totally okay. I won't disagree with that. Probably you can have a good setup around this particular area. All right. Sometimes the CRT doesn't actually, or 100% doesn't actually go according to plan. Okay, so this market can actually decide also to continue buying, but I'm expecting probably this low to be taken out first. Okay, Friday's low, so that you can continue pushing higher. That's my clear expectation. Then on the H4, quite good. I've been having good not good setups, good demand areas where I've been targeting the market to come so that you can pick up the buys, but the market has not been coming back to those particular areas. We had a sell, short-term sell, performed quite better. I've been looking for buys on this demand. This is also demand. The market is on a supply. We can see a reaction, but these are just a reaction, tiny reaction before we move even higher. Allow me to mark this as our previous week or our previous day low. I will be expecting that low to be taken out first, okay, before we decide to continue going all the way up. This was our low, so this low I'm not expecting it actually to be taken out. I'm expecting this market to continue pumping higher. We are done with the liquidity consumption. Liquidity has already been consumed. The market is now actually buying. Okay, let me come to the 1 hour. We see on H1 what we have. So this was a setup that I actually had last week. I shared it to the VAPs. The market didn't actually come back to this particular area. It was a 15 minutes. And I'll still have this, by the way. It's still quite it's going to stand. Okay. What do we have? Sorry for that. What do we have? This is strong liquidity. This is a clean break of structure. Okay, the market has actually formed. I'll say this is going to be what we call smart money trap. We might have smart money trap. We might have this as a trap to induce early buyers in getting in. Okay, the market might push higher just to induce early buyers. Okay, and the market now will come back to our entry. Then we can have good buys from here. So actually, this is a setup here last week Friday. I really think, and I tend to believe that this setup is still valid. I'm having an SMT where I'm expecting the market to come. On GU, we were able to see that GU, this low was actually taken out, but on EU it was not taken out. So those are the things that we were checking actually. So this is previous day low. Yes, so this setup actually will hold on 30 minutes. Let me come to the 30 minutes. We see, was it on 30 or 15? 15. Yeah, there's a good candlestick that is actually here. For those who trade ICT way, this is a candlestick here 11:15. That's London session. Okay, this is a London session candlestick. You guys know this type of candlestick. They usually perform. Do we have a fair value gap? Not quite, but this was what we usually call like a liquidity consumption candle. This was the original area before we had this impulsive big move. If this market is going to come back here, we trade like the smart money. It's going to offer us a very good buying area. Okay, going to offer us a good buying area. So please, whoever is trying to draw, please stop drawing. Okay. Yeah, so this is what I'm having on EURUSD. You can also have it also all together. You can be able to check it out. Okay. This is EURUSD. Please, whoever's drawing, please stop drawing. Leo, Nayo, you guys are not being smart today. Dean, our prefect. We have a prefect, by the way. We are going to demote you. Wacha niweke prefect admin. Kitolewa ni wewe. Right. Dean, uko hapa? You good, eh? All right, I see you. And also we have Derek who is here. This is our prefect class. Please, whoever is doing, let's have a good session. So this is EURUSD. All right, so let's come to GBPUSD. We see what we had on the monthly. We also start on the monthly time frame also. And we see what we have. I usually tend to weigh or to have more weight on GBPUSD than also EURUSD. I don't know why. I love trading GU than EU. There's a reason why the market moves quite well. This week we're able to catch a very good buy setup on GU. I'll just show you. EU we were not able to catch it, but GU catch buy setup. So same thing as also with EU on the monthly. August candle took out this took out July's low, then closed bullish. We're expecting this high to be taken out, so I'll maintain a bullish bias on GU. That's on the monthly. This is our monthly expected external range liquidity. Then we also have another external range liquidity at 1.42412. That's also a higher target, but I'm expecting GU to actually pump. Last month we had pound news, especially on the bank rates. Since also in January, the market, the GU market has been actually so bullish. Last month, peke yake ndio ilikuwa bearish, but I'm expecting more pumps to come in and kick in quite well. And I'm expecting this high to be, this is going to be our monthly target and also our second monthly target. Let's come to the weekly. We see what we are having. So quite good and interesting stuff. So this is on the weekly. The weekly FVG was able to hold prices twice. This is the first time it was able to hold prices. The second time, this low was not taken out, so liquidity was not consumed. I'll tend to believe this is probably a double bottom. Liquidity still, but how the market is and how it's moving, we are going up. We are going up. So this is going to be our target. All right. So this was a good setup. We had a bullish run. We had a pullback, came back to internal liquidity. Now we're headed to the external liquidity. Quite simple. Not much analysis on this particular area. You can see also on the weekly time frame, this candle, especially this candle, came out and took this candle's low, then closed with a big rejection from below. Then last week's candle has not taken out any particular high, especially the previous week high or previous week low. So it has to take out either one of them before we decide to push higher. So let's see what we're going to be having. So the market is having two rejections from below on the weekly. Let's come to the daily. We see what we are having. Quite simple. The daily FVG was able to hold prices around this particular area, which is around 1.33974. From there, this bullish run, whenever you see a sweep of liquidity on an internal liquidity area, okay, this is a very good setup. Once liquidity has been consumed on a bullish PDRA, especially if the market is bullish and we have a sweep of liquidity inside a bullish PDRA, this is an A+ setup. Please take it. We are going higher. All right. So when I saw this, I knew now liquidity was consumed. The market pushed higher. This, I believe, was it? I tend to believe this was the NFP candle, if I'm not wrong. This was on Friday. Okay. Actually, this was the NFP last month. So this was when Trump actually was talking Friday. Okay. Not last week Friday, the last week, but one. Not when Trump, when our uncle Jerome Powell was talking, when we had our event on 22nd in Eldoret. So remember, we were having our uncle Jerome Powell talking. Actually, we missed out on this setup. It was a good setup on Friday. This was when our second speaker was actually speaking. I saw this push. People were able to catch this good buy. Then the market on Wednesday came back, and you can see again, Wednesdays, these are the days we usually have sweep of liquidity, then the market pushes higher. That's the continuation. Friday, another sweep of liquidity. I wonder why Friday's candle closed all the way this way, but at least previous day low was taken out. Now we are headed to the previous week high. So this is actually quite important. We are headed to this high, but this is Thursday's high, not previous day high. So this is liquidity for us. So we'll be checking on if we can be able to get a good price or a good entry around that particular area. So let me share with you our first setup for GU. So this was our first setup on GU. We had a good demand area. We missed this setup. It was quite unfortunate. With my team, we missed it with 2 pips, but there were other people, other traders were able to catch this buy. It was a good buy. The market actually respected this particular area. Let me remove this daily FG for now. So this was a good buy setup. Okay, this was a H4 demand. Okay, the price was able to come back to this candle. Whenever you see these candlesticks, actually they usually form good order blocks. I can call it like a doji. Can also call it, it's like a spinning top, an indecision candle. Whenever you see this just before an impulsive move, this is an A+ setup. The only problem I had was my SL. I usually have 20 pips SL, okay, on GU and EU. That was the only problem. So I refined it quite a bit. And you guys know, whenever you do much refinement on your entry, too much analysis leads to paralysis. I was not able to get into this setup, so I missed it out. But we were able to catch another setup. Actually, we're going to check on it, the buys that actually happened. So let me come to the 1 hour. So H4, quite simple. We have an FVG on the H4. It's actually being respected. The market has pushed higher. This is Friday's low. Let's see if we can. This market can come back to this particular area. We have a 30 minutes or 15 minutes demand area, so we can have a big push to the upside. So this can be our liquidity zone or area. Okay, so we're having 2 particular setups. So let me just delete this. We have only this. Okay, and this was a question I was able to pose to my team. If you guys remember, do we use demand A or demand B? We settled with the A. Yeah, and it actually played out quite well. This was a good move, a very big movement on that particular candlestick that actually there. So this movement, it was actually massive. And you can see how many candlesticks on the H1. So many candlesticks before the pullback started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 candlesticks, bullish candlesticks on the H1. So those are 7 hours of bullish bias without any red candle or a bearish candle. This is massive. So the demand actually held. We are headed to this final target. This is previous day high. This is previous day low. This is not going to be a previous day high. This is this high. So that's not liquidity. That's liquidity, but not that's this high. So this is going to be Friday's low. We are having more like a double bottom around this particular area. If this market can come all the way to this particular zone, okay, we can have a push there upside. That can be quite better. I know sometimes, or someone can say this is a good demand area. It's actually a good one, but this is what I usually term as a smart money trap early buyers. Okay, and it actually will buy. Sometimes actually it buys from here, but very rarely. If the market will come back to this particular area, you might see a push, then a lot of stop losses are going to be here. This is a liquidity area. This was the big push that we had, the last big push after this demand was held. If this demand is not going to give us good buyers of buys, then definitely we're going to go all the way to point A. This is going to act as liquidity, or even point B, because it has not been mitigated quite yet. So I'm just having that as a good bias also. All right, so those are the 2 areas I'm actually checking on, but I tend to believe that this is going to hold actually. Okay, for now. So that's one thing that I believe, or I tend to believe, because this is Friday's low. We are going up. So this is GBPUSD. Let me just mark it out. Okay, very nice. So we're going all the way up to this final target. This is our weekly target. It has not been hit. It has to be hit. Okay, and it has to be hit this week. All right, so those are the 2 analyses I'm having on EU and GU. Please, if you are in the meeting still and if you're following, please give me these reactions if you can hear me. And also, if you can see my screen, please give me those reactions. Okay, I see you, Edwin. I see you, Montez. You're still following. Good. I see you, Dean. I see you, Samsung Rab. Sam, I see you. Ivy, Tony, Preston, Faith, Diana. Thank you so much. Calvin, it's been a while. Dorothy, Dennis, Dewey. Okay. So that's good. That's good. So can we head to gold now? if you'll allow me. So if you're not in the session because we were not talking about gold, please come close. Come close. We are now want to talk about the metal. Okay, we are now yet to talk about the metal. And before I do any analysis on the metal, allow me to touch on this particular setup, this particular buy setup that actually we had on did I leave it out? Where was it? GU. I believe it was on GU, and this movement we were able to catch it. It was somewhere actually around this particular area. Okay, it was around this area. We were able to catch a buy. It was actually a good buy. Okay, and our target was actually this high. This high was actually taken out. Okay, it was a good, actually, I have it as a screenshot also, but I had already posted it also on the previous private community, the buy that we had. Where is it? Okay, right here. So this was actually a good buy, this setup. It was a GBPUSD 50 minutes time frame. It was a clean buy with zero or minimum drawdown whatsoever. First TP was hit, second TP was also hit. Okay, this was actually the setup. 1, 2, 3, good price action that we had for this particular area. Okay, so this was the setup. Actually, journaled it, and we've been having some good buys. Okay, and we had a tight sell. Okay, around 1 to 3.8 pips. This is a good setup. Actually, this gave me a lot of money. Actually, it's a small setup, but good. Okay, price action that was here, sweep of liquidity, push to the upside. Market came back to the demand. Demand was held prices higher. The market pushed during New York session, and we had our buys. This is on Thursday, so continuations on Thursdays. Then on Friday we had big dumps that actually happened. Okay, so this week I was actually having eyes on this particular area, and it actually held breaker, OTE, FVG, but these are not kind of my entries. But actually it held, market pushed higher. So on Friday, this area was able to hold prices higher, but this week I'll be having eyes on this particular area as an inducement area. Okay, or as SMC trap. That's good. Let's have that as liquidity. That's quite better. Okay, so this is a setup I'll be having eyes on. Can we look for sells? This particular area, yes, quite well on lower time frame, especially 5 4 15. We can look for sells because I'll be on lower time frames. I'll be bullish on the dollar. Also lower time frame, I'll be bearish on GU so that it can actually push the market to our liquidity areas. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, that's going to be my move. Then from Wednesday and Thursday, I'll be expecting this bullish bias to continue. We head all the way up. Simple as that. If you have questions, please drop them to the comment section. I'll be able to read them. So I'll start with Sam. Sam, good evening. I hope you are doing fine and you're in a position to be able to analyze gold for us. If yes, please unmute your mic and tell me if you are in a position to.
Good evening. Good evening. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. The rest of the guys, can you hear him?
Okay. Thank you, Benji. Thank you for the opportunity. Let me share my screen.
Excuse me.
Just to share.
Sound iko chini? Okay.
Sound iko chini?
Yes. Wanasema ni kama hujakula sapa.
Can you hear me? The same.
Can you be able to share screen? I've made you a co-host.
Okay.
Okay.
Umeamua tuingie kwa WhatsApp eh? Shauri yako. This meeting is being recorded. So if you have any politically exposed people, don't wasinifuate tafadhali. Politicians ndo wanakuanga wanasumbuanga sana, especially if they have lawyers. Why was my name online on YouTube? Yeah.
Kwani
We are seeing your screen, Sam, but what we are able to see is your dashboard,
my desktop.
or your desktop. But now something is loading. Can we give you a time to actually prepare yourself?
Yes.
Or you're good?
Give me just a moment. Let me.
All right. Benji, allow me to leave KSC. Need to be somewhere. I'll join you later. Okay, no problem. This meeting is too much base. Anakuanga na base. Traders wengi wanakuanga na base. Hawaongeangi. Hawaongeangi. Tunakuanga na base.
Anasikia
Yes. Triple SMC, let me give you a minute, Sam, as you prepare yourself. We have only 15 minutes to finish this session. Triple SMC, liars, how do I call him? Brent, are you in a position to share your screen? You are busy? Brent, you good? Since also Brent is also okay. Sam, we have to force your setups. People love your setup.
Let me. Hapa ni nini? Let me share now.
All right.
So, can you see?
Double tap to enter full screen. Not yet. Someone has started sharing his screen. Yes. Good.
So,
Good.
Still loading. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
in case of such an incident with a politician, make sure Elisha Ogoya. Okay. To be a lawyer. Elisha is the popular lawyer that is actually also
see that
I know
stone.
Elisha. Continue. The marketing Elisha in a Forex forum. Okay.
So, I'll start with the with the monthly.
Okay.
Let it load.
Take your time, bro.
Logo.
We have 10 minutes only for you,
Okay. Is this me or is this someone else?
That's you.
Am I?
Major responsive, can you wait to become responsive? Exit gold. Okay. That's you, bro.
It's saying unresponsive. Just a moment, just give it some time. Sijali, I have a very nitanunua laptop ingine sasa. Munichangie.
ICT traders. We know you guys have money. Continue, bro. Continue.
So on the monthly, we have last month's candle. We have this candle right here, which I was expecting it's going to be taken out because for me last month, like I was telling you, for me it was acting like a bullish order block, and it took out last month's candle and also the previous July and June's candle. So for gold, what I'm anticipating, I have two scenarios on gold for this month. I suspect the two scenarios is once it opens today, it could go take out the all-time high, then go lower, go and form an all-time high, then start going lower and close lower at the end of this month, at the end of September, or it could open, go down, then go up now to take the all-time high. So those are two scenarios for me for gold. On the weekly, so as you can see, it took out this high, the one that there was a high I was telling you last week. So it has taken out two highs. So depending on what I'm anticipating, like I've said, it could open and just go straight and take out this all-time high and then form an all-time high and then now start going lower, or it could open, go lower to this. This is an order block. This bearish candle that is here. It's acting like a bullish candle, bullish order block. So it could open, come test it, then go higher, or it could go higher, then come and test it later on. So for gold, depending on how it opens, those are the two scenarios that I have. Also on the daily, we have inefficiency right here. We have a bullish fair value gap right where there was where there was a volume imbalance, a daily bullish volume imbalance. Is someone drawing? If you can see someone has drawn something. So there's this bullish fair value gap, and also there's a bullish reclaimed volume imbalance. So depending on how price can open, come and test these areas, and then now go for the all-time high, or go for the all-time high, and then come and test these areas. So for gold, I'm waiting for how it opens and to get more information. So it can either go up or go down. So it's a 50-50 based on gold and what I'm seeing, what I anticipate. So for gold, for now, I don't have much for gold, but based on what I'm seeing and what there's also another fair value gap here. And this is H4. There's a fair value gap that was formed last week. Then there's the order block, which is now a bullish order block. It was previously a bearish order block. So price actually could open, come and test this area, find resistance here, then I'll go for the all-time high. So for gold, I don't think I have any more because on the lower time frames, it's just the same scenario. So for gold, I don't have very much to talk about. That's it for me for gold today. I'll add more once it opens and I have more information. I can see what price actually wants to. I'll anticipate what to do. So, thank you. Questions?
Okay. Okay, quite interesting stuff that is actually there. What can you say about the pumps on gold, Sam?
Yeah.
How the market has moved actually last week?
Yes, I was actually that I was anticipating from there's some things I usually look at, and when it showed me that that thing that I usually look at, I knew it was going to go higher. It was anticipated based on what I had seen, and that's why even on the group there were times I was telling you it's going to go to 440, 425, or 440, 33, 40, 34, 25, 34, 40, based on what I was seeing. But for me, it's usually instant. It happens. I usually look as it's going. So sometimes you might find that the setup that I have is instant. It just happens as I'm looking at it. So it's usually sometimes very hard to give setups because they're usually instantaneous because of now the Trump effect.
Okay. What do you expect on gold what do you expect on gold during rate cuts this month?
Go lower. But
Go lower.
that's what I'm saying, based on what is going to happen this week, especially how it opens, if it goes for the all-time high, then it's going to go lower. If it doesn't go for the all-time high, then it's going to use it to go higher. But if it has already gone for the all-time high and formed a higher high, then it would go lower during the rate cut. If not, then it will use it now to go higher.
Okay.
So there are those two scenarios.
Okay. Quite good. So whenever gold is actually on a bullish run, very simple, come to lower time frames. Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you so much, Sam. I usually come to lower time frames, like 1505. Come and check the recent break of structure. Okay. As simple as that. We had a sweep of this. This is actually a live analysis that I'm actually doing. I didn't do it even before. But these are the things that I usually do. We have a clean break of structure. I usually come to that recent break of structure. Please, gold is moving. And if you are not in this buy move, you can look for re-entries. But gold has been behaving quite weirdly for the past 2 weeks, but at least last week it gave us these pumps, and I was actually on the buys on my side. I've always been bullish on gold. Hii mambo ya kusell gold, una sell gold lakini unakuwa na wasiwasi, not quite good. Okay. I was able to see my brother Kingsprint alibuy gold ameshikilia the entire month, which is good. Thumbs up, bro, for that. He has held gold since when was it? It was way below. Okay, so this is probably what I'll be anticipating for when the market actually opens. Okay, we target actually our 34.50 zone was actually taken out. Now currently we are actually going higher, 34.50. Now we're going to 34.75, and we'll be able to go there quite soon. And that's what we're anticipating. So come to the lower time frames. The recent break of structure, have it there. I usually mark it that way. Okay, somewhere around this particular area. If it gives you bullish confirmations, get in. No pending order, just instant execution. Okay, these lows can also be taken out before now this market actually opens. So this is what I usually do whenever the market is actually on a bullish run. Okay, we can target this high. This is going to be taken out, have more also re-entries. Okay, we're headed to 34.75 currently. Probably this week I'll have that. Okay, if this zone is going to be taken out, that low or this low, okay, we'll be going down. But I highly doubt if you're going to be going down. But let's do a top-down analysis also all together. Okay, so the monthly we have closed very bullish, strongly bullish. We were able to take out this high. You can see how for the last 3 months. Okay, is it 3 months or 4 months since April, May, June, July? Market has been consolidating, not giving us good price action, and this was not actually quite ideal. I usually love a market that is actually moving, not consolidating. Alafu venye last week's candle closed, I was actually having eyes on I'm a bias here, sells. But you can see this is gold. Gold, we usually call it a very toxic pair. Price action the bearish, but inafunga bullish. This is gold. Gold is affected fundamentally, so you need to know or understand where gold is moving. Okay, I even tweeted this. We are going to 3,500 BTC. We are going to 150,000 for those who trade BTC. Okay, so sip of liquidity on the weekly. We had a bullish run. Market came back, pulled back, came back again, pulled back. We have these lows being taken out. This candle acts as our strong low. The market pushed up, gave us a re-entry, then even pushed higher. So we're expecting market to actually even push even quite higher. We are going for the all-time highs at 3,500. Okay, so daily FVG was able to hold prices. We have a good break of structure. Whatever I've drawn here, these are psychological zones where we usually target the market to go next. And our next area actually is going to be 34.75. Let me just clone this. And I have 34.75. Okay, yes, that's good. Can have that before now we go to the all-time highs at around 3,500. Okay, so we are bullish. If the market is bullish, especially on gold, come to lower time frames. You're going to get good entries. Now we clear your buys. If it takes you out, no worry. Come to higher time frame, see what it's interested in. Probably it's a bullish PDRA that is lower. Probably market is interested in it before it pushes higher. I am seeing this high that was created on 16th of June has been taken out. So probably, just probably, you might notice some dump just a little bit before now we go to the all-time highs at around 3,500 zone. Okay, so Edwin, good evening, sir. How are you? I hope you're good. There's analysis that you shared with me. We didn't talk about it. I've been busy. But you can be able to talk about it if you're in the session, and you can also be able to present your screen. Can you be able to do so?
Good evening, Benji. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Very audible.
I'd like to take a few minutes to talk about NAS 100. I didn't.
Thank you.
I'm still looking at US 30, but I'll be done by tomorrow morning. So
Okay. So you can share your screen?
Yes, if you allow me
Okay,
to.
please share screen. Let me stop sharing mine.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, quite visible. You're also audible.
Let's begin at the weekly time frame. And on these higher time frames, I always look at areas of imbalance, e.g., fair value gaps and order blocks. So on the weekly time frame, I happen to notice that I have a weekly fair value gap that is lying just below, and this one to me will act as a magnet to attract prices towards it, so that we can be able to bounce back out to the external range liquidity that is the all-time high. And just above the fair value gap, we have liquidity resting, we have equal lows, and more of liquidity resting. So let me drop down. So I cannot see any other imbalance along this trend. So let me drop down to the daily time frame. And on the daily, it's now quite visible. I can see the areas of liquidity. And also, we had an area of imbalance, an FVG, a daily FVG, which was mitigated and price pumped up with the 4-hour fair value gap that gave us sales towards the downside. So when I go back to the 4-hour, I remember Benji on Wednesday, we were talking about this pair, and the price was somewhere here, and you said that it has left us. But I told you, no, it has not. It will go up, then go down. So on me, I was checking at the 4-hour, and I saw this order block, which price on Friday came and tapped into it and started dropping. Actually, I'm still hoping that that prices will drop down to the daily to the 4-hour order block resting below, pump back to the 4-hour fair value gap that is being created. I hope this candle will create this 4-hour fair value gap as it opens. So price will come tap into this 4-hour order block, pump to the 4-hour fair value gap, and since we don't have areas of imbalance here, I expect price to drop down, targeting our weekly fair value gap. So in our weekly fair value gap, that is where I expect now to get buys, pumps all the way to our external range liquidity. So our job beginning tomorrow morning is to find entries towards this fair value gap or towards this weekly fair value gap. That's it, Benji, for today. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer.
Very good, very interesting. This is one of our good traders who are Nasdaq and also US 30 at times. He bags a lot of money from this set from the stocks actually. So if you trade stocks, look for him. He's called Edwin. Unasikia mpaka alinikosoa mahali. Which is allowed. This is trading. We have different subjective analysis, which is actually quite good. Okay, so thank you so much, my brother Edwin. Thank you so much for that analysis. Good analysis we have there. So whatever that we are sharing is quite important. We are going to be waiting for the market to react before we react. Okay, so it's 10:05. I was checking actually on on any questions that you guys might be having, and I'm seeing we don't have any questions whatsoever. People are still with the comments with these chats. Okay, I'm seeing people just talking. No questions whatsoever. Okay, we have actually tackled the main pairs. I will also share setups from tomorrow when the market opens around 9:10. So welcome. If you are new here, we always do our Sunday pre-market analysis every Sunday from 8 to 9. Today I was caught up just a little bit. I had a flight and I was late with an hour, so this is just for today. But every other Sunday we usually have them from 8 to 9. Also, if you are a trader and you love to start trading professionally and you love to get into a serious and private mentorship where you're going to be able to have this analysis every single day, not just on Sunday, but every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, where we do live analysis, we share setups, we trade live also together, and also we are able to take trades together as a team. And you want to grow your account, please join us on our private VIP community. Today is the last day actually for the 50%. This 50%, you guys remember I gave it out during the Friday's meeting that we had, Eldoret Forex Summit. The 50% is actually ending today, which is on 31st before midnight. So if you're interested, to call 50%, not just 50%, we're taking away half of the money. So 50% on all of this package. Either you want the monthly, the quarterly, the semi-annual, or lifetime. So today is the last day. We have had around how many people have joined so far? Around 4 people since then, which is actually quite good, and people are still joining. Okay, so today is the last day. Also, we'll be having our September classes starting on 7th or 8th. It's actually on 8th. On the 8th of September, also at 50% off. I'll share also more on that. So I wanted us to end with this, the private community. If you're a trader, you've been struggling with the setups, you've been struggling with the analysis, please come over to this area. You're going to receive more setups and also mentorship, and you're going to grow yourself as a trader. Also on the public community, if you feel you want to stay on the public, no worry. There's a service that I usually offer every single day. I usually do markups on DXY, GU, and also EU, not on gold. But if you want to have gold analysis, daily gold analysis, join the private community to receive them, because I know you guys love trading gold. Okay, gold, the high volatile pairs like gold, NAS, US30, BTC at times. Okay, those are good pairs. Also GJ, you can also decide to do so. We have a very good trader by the name Ivy. I've not talked to her. I wanted she will share her setup probably on GJ and also on GU. She loves trading those two pairs. She will give us her analysis also, but I'll give her a chance probably next time to share screen. I didn't get her earlier. All right, so what else do we have? Yeah, that's all from me and from the team that we are here. We're here to support you and also to guide you. Be here on time every single Sunday, and we're going to be sharing more setups also over on the same. So I am so sure people are going to be waiting for this. So this setup is play out. Don't worry, okay? Don't worry. It can also decide to go lower before now it pumps higher. Don't have a pending order on this particular area. This is not a financial advice. This is just a setup that I'm seeing that can actually play out, and it can probably play out during Asian session. I'll just have an alert. Okay, my alert is always on. Just have an alert at this particular price zone. Okay, kifika tu hapo in the alert, then if I see a good price action, especially on the lower time frame, I'll get in. So thank you so much, guys. Have a good peepful September. I wish you all the best from me as a mentor. All the best in your September trades. Please always and always plan your trades before they plan you. Don't get into trades just because you want to get the ecstasy of just getting into trades. Plan your trades well. Always make sure you're trading during London or during New York, or if you want to trade during Asian for the JPY, that's good, but plan them. Have a good risk management rules or parameters. And always, every single Friday, if you do a withdrawal, please tag me in. I will also give you a shout out in the community to be able to welcome you to the group in a good way. So for those who are new, welcome on board. I believe and I'm so sure you guys are going to benefit in being in this community. So asanteni sana. So if you have loved the session and you have loved it, please give me comments. Not a reaction now. Rahab, not a reaction. You're always on the radar. Give me a comment, a good comment there. I see HP saying great session. Henry says, thank you for the session. Join the VIP soon. Karibu sana. All right. Just comment something good. This is very important for me. Before we leave. Ben, asante sana for being here. All right. So like I said, I've learned a lot. We are going up together. Very true. Sam, thank you so much. Great session. That was our second speaker. Preston says great session. Muache kuweka sell kwa FVG. So true. Preston Trades. Rab, thank you so much. Quite informative. Amazing. Ivy, we're waiting for your setup on GJ and also UJ. I mean, EGU and GJ. Faith says very helpful. A great one joining you guys soon. Karibu sana. Dewey says that's great. Gold, we're going to the moon. Senior Benji, shukran. Cheers, bro. I salute you guys, all of you. Okay. So asanteni sana for being here. Now from here, we now may depart. We wait for the market to open. Nothing much. You can do also more analysis on the same. And this session is going to be actually live and it's being recorded and live, and you're going to post it in our library. I'll share with you. I'll share with you the link for this meeting and the entire of it once it's uploaded. So asanteni sana. You guys have a good evening, and may you have a peaceful month. Thank you so much. We may leave the session sasa. Asanteni.